This video will show you how to export data from a dashboard. First of all, you can export an entire dashboard by pressing the Export button in the dashboard toolbar. This will open the Export dialog box where you can select the format in which you want to export and select whether you want to export the current view of the dashboard or one of the saved bookmarks. You can also export data from a dashboard chart or table. For example, in this dashboard we have a chart that displays the aggregated total by category. Let's clear our selection list here to display all of the categories. To export the aggregated data from the chart, that is, the categories and their totals, move the mouse over the chart and then press the Show Summary Data button in the Chart mini toolbar. This displays the aggregated data on the chart in numerical form. Here we have the totals for each category. At the top of this data panel, press the Export button to export the data to Excel. If desired, you can also apply a table style by pressing the Table Style button in the mini toolbar at the top. Note that the data that is exported is the data after it's been filtered by any filter or selection components that you have on the dashboard. So for example, if we were to select just a few categories and then exported the data, the exported data would consist of only data for those selected categories. Note that if you move the mouse over the category header, you'll see that there is also a sort option and a format option for the particular column. So for example, if you wanted to apply a different numerical formatting to these values before exporting them, you could press the Format button here and then specify the desired number format. For more information about numerical formatting and other types of formatting, please see the documentation. In addition to exporting the aggregated data on the chart, you can also export the detailed data that has been used to create these aggregates. To do this, select the groups on the chart for which you want to export the detailed data. For example, the category of business and hardware. You can select multiple groups by control-clicking or by dragging across the groups. Then press the Show Details button in the Chart mini toolbar. This displays the detailed data for the selected groups, in this case, business and hardware. Again, you can specify a table style by pressing the Table Style button, and you can format the data in any column by pressing the Format button in the column header. For example, if we wanted to format these dates in a different way prior to exporting them, we could press the Format button there and select a different date format. Then we could proceed to export this detailed data to Excel format. The same export features are also available for tables. For this crosstab table, there's an Export button directly in the mini toolbar that will export the aggregated data from the table. Simply press the Export button to export the data to Excel format. To export the detailed data that has been used to create these aggregates, select the aggregates whose details you want to export. For example, we might want to export data from the category of business in the states of Arizona and California. Again, we can select multiple cells by control-clicking. Then press the Show Details button in the crosstab mini toolbar and proceed to format, style, and export the data as we saw earlier. Again, we have the Format button in the column header to format dates, numbers, or strings, and we have the Table Style button in the mini toolbar at the top. Then press the Export button to export the data to Excel.